Alrighty, welcome back. I'm your man, Bad Chad, and Queen Jolene's on the camera, and Doug's in the house, and we are on air. This is your realist car building show on YouTube that you can get, and we post daily. Tell all your friends.
Hit like and subscribe.
Geez, Doug's getting good, man. Hit like, subscribe. What we're going to do today is we're going to put the doors on the toolboxes. There was a day me and Doug wrestled and tussled with the doors, or the boxes, to get them in there. Now the boxes are in there. They're all welded all the way around. They're welded all the way around. All in there. That one's welded all the way around, all the way on the inside. Everything looks tight and right. We'll come to the front for a second. The bumper is welded all the way around, tight and right. Headlights welded all the way around. Got a little bit of grind left to do there, but got that all ground around there this morning. Yes, that's where we're at. So we're going to put the doors on, and we have some hinges that a friend dropped off. His name's John Shepard. And we're going to use them. And the reason we're going to use them is because he gave them to us, and I think they're just fine. What the issue is with the hinges, though, is we take, want to grab that door number 1 there, Doug? Under door number 1, Doug's van of white today, under door 1. We got them bottom, and that's number 1. As we shove the door in, I'm going to use an 1/8 piece of plate, or 1/8 1-inch plate for the gap. And that's going to be the shim for the gap. So when we set that inside there on top of that, I'm thinking that looks pretty good at the top, and that's going to look pretty good at the bottom. But if you want to hold that, Doug, yep. I want to get on the other side. Yeah, we'll switch sides. It's kind of holding that. I can't shove that. Well, I can on that one. That's not bad, isn't it? It's not bad. That fits pretty good. What I was thinking is I couldn't get the hinge.
There's quite a gap there.
See, it shows it back.
It's just a little too much.
That one works. What I was going to do is I was going to cut the hinge off and weld it right on that edge, and then leave the other. Well, this hinge here, I was going to weld it on this edge, and then I was going to take this piece and slide it inside and weld it on the square stock on the inside. But that doesn't fit. Doesn't fit too bad. It doesn't, not bad. So I could weld the hinge in there. I could weld this piece of the hinge on the flat stock of this and on the flat stock of that. Weld it on both flat stock, but I was going to cut it off and weld it right on the edge, so it would just give me one lip. That doesn't give you a bad gap on that side, does it, Doug?
Not really.
Not bad. Not bad down there either, is it? Or is it a little tighter down there? That give you a little less of a gap? It does, doesn't it? If I shove that in there. Kind of, okay. All right, that's what I'm going to continue doing what I planned. Let's pull that out of there. What I planned is to weld. I don't want to weld the hinge on the flat stock on this side. I want to cut it and weld it on the edge like so, not on this side, but on the face side. Is what I'm thinking I'm going to do. That's what I think I'm going to do. So I'm just going to cut them. Doug's going to have to bear with me for a minute. He can do as he pleases for a minute. I'm going to cut a couple hinges here, and then we'll get them rocking, and then I'll get him to hold and to make sure the gap is right. He got me a marker. Look at that now, would you? Haven't got a marker either.
Oh, I don't have one in my pocket today either. But we going now.
Just drawing that line down there on this side. I'm going to cut it back here. Because this piece, this side, nope, that's going to go on the back. I want the pin on the top, so we're having the doors open like this way here. So this part's going in here and welding on here, so I'm going to cut this off and weld it down here. This piece is going on the edge of the door. So that's going to go on that side. Give me another one. As you can tell, I don't quite know exactly what I'm doing yet, but we'll get to it. This is on this side. Just gonna go above those, make that straight sort of. And then this side, we're gonna make it a little bit shorter. Because this piece is gonna be welded on the front of the door. I'm guessing. Let's try it out, see if it works. We're gonna cut 2 hinges. Got a pair of vice grips. See what happens. And I must remind you, stick with us because we're going to throw this bad boy outdoors and you're going to get to see what it looks like. Stick with us. See, I don't know. I was thinking about doing that, leaving it like that, welding it on the face and the edge. Gives me a little bit of room. I don't know if I want the hinge stuck out that far or not. I don't know. Gives me a little room to weld it. Gives me a little room to work it. It's off the door.
I like it. I mean, you're stuck out here, you're stuck out there.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any difference if you're stuck out there.
Thanks, Doug, for the vote of confidence.
Add to character, man.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, buddy. That's a good size hinge, too. I'm just wondering, I'm looking at it and wondering if this is okay for that length of hinge sticking outside. It's probably 3/4 of an inch sticking out, but there's 3/4, like Doug just pointed out, there's 3/4 of an inch of square stock sticking out now. So I guess it's in the realm. I have to put the hinges on the same distance on the door, so I'm going to use tape. That's my distance, 2 inch, instead of measuring and making marks. So what I'm saying is I'll do this. I'll start it like that. I'm at 2 inch, and I'll do 2 inch down here, so we'll have 2 good hinges. All right, Doug, if you want to pull the welder down, we'll slide one on, I guess. Or actually, I can cut another one to make sure. I'm going to get one that's all the way down in. I'm going to cut 2 and have it ready. So I'm just going to cut another one and get it ready. Do the same distance as that one. Just going to take a looky poo at that one. I'm just looking at this distance here. Doing the same distance on this one, so we'll have 2 to put on there. Stick with us, we're going to push the bad boy outside for the first time. Doug put her down on her wheels this morning. She rolls easy.
Very easy.
She rolls easy.
Very nicely. It's light.
Them vice grips. Where'd I throw them bad boys? Them's the bad boys, are they, Doug?
Them are the ones.
Them's the ones? All right. They're a nice hinge. I gotta say that, they're a nice hinge. Just wanna see if we're at the same distance. Yeah, I gotta take a little more off. Not the same, I want them stuck out the same. I'm gonna take another saw blade off it. Should have went a little further, I should have. Damn it. It's not what I want to start out as. I think it'll be easier to sand it down and then to cut it down. Here, Douglas. Thank you. We'll get her closer, that's for sure. All right. Hoping that I've got that the same. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Just a little bit. Another reason being we want the hinge out the same distance. Alrighty. Doug's got the ground on. We've got the measurement done. The measurements this. Now, the bottom of the door should be. Which door is this?
The bottom wasn't on. It's written down on there.
Yep, the bottom of the door. So, just a minute now. Let me use my brain. I got these hinges cut wrong already. Let's take this off. Turn that off.
Don't do that.
So my brain can think. This is door number 2. Door goes on like this. That's the bottom. I marked it.
Exactly on that side.
Got the hinges on wrong already. We'll put that on door number 1 maybe. Can't do that.
It's just vice versa, you can't get it wrong.
Let's grab door number 1.
If it don't fit on this door, it'll fit on the other. Bottom.
Bottom. So it goes this way. That one works. Goes like that.
Yeah, it's just a vice versa thing.
Goes like that. Goes like that. Good.
American tape.
Tape, yes. Bum, bum, bum. Simple mistake. Just, not paying attention to that. Simple mistake. Not looking for the simple mistake this morning. Nope, not at all. And it's Friday. You do it there and work on your hot rod, that's for sure. And if you know what? If you make a mistake, cut it off and fix it. No worries. No worries, because in all honesty, I make mistakes all the time, and the only way you're not making mistakes is if you're not doing anything.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Is if you're not doing anything. That's the only way mistakes. Doug, if you want to hold that on there, if you will. Actually, I think I got her. Is that on there? Flush?
It's pretty flush here. I just pull my finger out and hold it there.
What am I thinking?
You want to put a magnet on the back of it and hold it there? And now.
How about I do this?
Looks easy enough.
How about I do that?
Looks easy enough.
That looks easy enough, doesn't it?
Ground.
I need a ground.
I put that on there once.
These hinges are stainless steel, and you can weld stainless steel. Do. I just want to separate that just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm thinking that's good. Now, I am going to throw a couple more tacks on. We're going to leave it just tacked, and the reason being is if I have to do something, then I can take it off. Stick with us, we're going to pull this bad boy outdoors, and you're going to get to see it in all its glory for the very first time. I don't know if it's glory or not, but I'll shut that off for a sec. Doug, if you want to come over this side. I don't know if we want a magnet or what we want. I'm not sure if I want to cut the hinges off first. You want to push it back my way? Push it back my way. No, you got too much of a gap going on?
There's quite a gap.
You get quite a bit, don't you? Yeah. Let's go forward your way, son.
Push around there. Yeah, maybe a little more.
I'm going to take a screwdriver. You just... Here, Douglas. I don't know if they'll uphold or not. You know, you think a magnet's a good thing, but
they don't always work.
they don't always work. You said it.
Just for certain things, yeah.
Now, that's got quite a bit of gap going on, hasn't it? I'm just going to take a screwdriver. And plus we have to have room for filler. You know that stuff. This side has to be pulled out some. Actually, see what happens, Doug. See what happens, Doug.
We got more of them over there. I think we should get them.
Not bad.
That's, she said it's pretty good, bud.
Put this one down here, because that's pretty good, isn't it? Huh?
It does. I mean, a
little bit there.
Can't be perfect, right? Can't be perfect, can it?
Well, we can try. How's that?
Better.
Better?
Better. Ish.
Well, the hinge down the back side. How's it feel all the way around?
It's pretty damn good.
How's
considering.
Gap. And we got quite a bit of gap going in the front here, but that's fine. And the reason being is it's going to have a little filler down there while I welded that up.
You have some kind of a latch over here for this? It's gonna be like a...
Well, there's going to have to be a latch there, obviously, but I'm just saying, like the gap that's going on there, it's not. That was a good gap, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good gap. We get smaller gap on the bottom. We're going to get
up a little bit. We do have a piece of metal under there, right?
I do.
We doubled up with that. No.
I'm just kind of wondering, like. All right, let's take it back off and put that on top of that.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't want to, but we're going to.
And do it because we can.
Well, I just feel like it'll be just a little better gap, if you know.
Yeah.
Is it up too high now? It's not too high now, to be honest, like to me.
Yeah, it's too tight up there. You can't even get this in there now. No.
All right, let's take that back out. We'll set that right at the very edge. Make sure we get the gap that we need. Let's do it again. It's kind of an important thing. Well, it is a really important thing, and the reason being is the reason it's important is because once I weld the hinge on, it's over. Like the hinge is on. Here, I like that. Actually. Let's take this one off. There's so many metal pieces.
Weld her up, man.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do. You got the ground on there? With that. I'm okay with that. Probably could have come up just a hair, but just gonna tack it 3 times. I'm hoping that it should stay. Doug, I like how Doug was very aggressive to see if it worked or not.
Yes. Subtle. I have no grace. Who the hell's Grace?
That works.
Yeah.
That's fine. Cool, let's do another one.
Sweet.
We'll just pull this off. We'll take one of those hinges and put it on there. Man, or one of those magnets, just to keep it so it's supposed to be where it's at. Let's do another one. I think it was the right idea. If we shoved the hinge in there too far, it just seemed like... And I can weld the hinge up from the... Yeah, these doors are on there now, unless I take the pin out, which is not a problem. All right, let's cut. Let's do the other one. What did I do to cut the door off on this side? I'm just open this up. I cut the square edge. Left the round one. Do the exact same thing. Have to make sure I do the right bottom. So that means the hinge is on this side. We want that. Just looking at the hinges, see if I like enjoy how far it's out. It's not out any further than that. Just like Doug said, we're right on the money. So it's basically, it's A-okay, because we're not out any further than that. So I'm thinking that we're okay. And that's where I want it to be, I think. When you're doing stuff like this, basically it's a matter of choice. And I made the choice to do it like that because it seemed to be easy, and it's the hinges that we have.
Looks good.
And yeah, it looks fine.
Yeah,
Looks excellent.
Cost efficient too.
It really is. It's called Zero.
Sorry about that.
No worries, Douglas. Just taking a look how. I did that the right way. Oh, Doug, you can put the tape on.
No, you put tape on. That was the last door.
Oh. Which is the bottom?
This is that's the bottom. Check again. Be confused. Yep.
I gotta cut the hinge wrong. I cut that hinge the wrong way. Gotta have the. That's the bottom? Huh?
That's the bottom. Your hinge is upside down now, though.
Bottom.
Bottom is.
Tape has to be on this side. Can get confusing. It really can. Put a tape measure in there and make it more confusing. All right. Now, is this going to work? Damn it. Bottom. So it's opening this way.
That way.
No, I have to cut it off this side to make it work. Bottom. So I have to cut it off the other side. So I just messed up that hinge. Good thing he gave me a dozen. So we'll cut off this side.
I brought over extras.
So now if I take and cut it off this side, no. This is the bottom, and have to have the thing at the top. Goes this way. So let's cut this one off. Right. Let's cut that one off. Hard on myself, but confusing. And if you was screaming at the TV to tell me which way to do it, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You can hear them?
I pretend. Okay, good. We're gonna have one that way. And then we'll go cut another one. How'd you know, Doug, that I was going to mess
the
up?
rounded part's not the...
The rounded one's not the one?
That's the one you cut.
Okay, buddy.
The other part's your fixed hinge, like a Chevy truck.
I was talking to Doug earlier about doing what I was going to do. I was going to make these hinges on here. I'm going to weld them on, whether that was the right thing to do or not. A little bit of a conversation there, you know, whether you're doing the right thing or not is sometimes what you should talk about, whether you're doing the right thing or not, making the right decision. Good decisions make good life, poor decisions make bad life. But like Doug was saying, when he changed pins on a Chevy truck, the hinges were welded on, and all you do is pop out the pins to change your door pin. And so I guess if they can do it, we can do it.
We can do it.
I can't wait to get outside. I can't wait to get those doors, man. Alrighty. Turn the welder on. We got our little piece down there. Dougie's got the welder geared up for me. That little... Did I just cut the wrong hinge again?
You're supposed to cut the round.
The round?
Yeah.
See what I did, Doug? Cut the wrong one again.
You got lots of hinges. I brought over extras.
He's not doing very good.
Oh, you're doing great, man. Keep up the good work.
Is that what it's called?
Yep.
Damn it. So I've messed up 2 hinges.
We'll use them on something.
Now.
Think positive, man.
Is that what I gotta do, Dad? Think positive? It's a damn good thing he brought us a box full. What?
You need a couple more.
All right, cut off the round side. Jeez. her going. Just looking at that, see, got it right. And off the round side this time. Very confusing for my little brain this morning. Very confusing. Yeah. Just gonna snap one in the middle. Snap one in the middle, two more on this side. This is the one I want. I'm gonna switch sides with you, Douglas.
Sure thing, buddy.
At least one thing for sure, I got the right measurement on the tape. And what I'll do, when it comes time to make them right, is I'll take and weld that down in there, and I'll use a air hose so I can weld that all up solid and make it look nice, grind it off nice, and it'll take a little bit of time, but what I'll do is I'll make it look good. And we're going to put this door on. So we're going to have one door open this way, one door open that way. Hey! I'm going to go on the back side of Douglas. You're going to be on the front side, Doug, or on the middle part. And I'm going to be on the back side where the hinge is. Great positions there. We got our shim at the bottom, so we know where we're supposed to be. Turn this thing here, slide that in there. You're going to put, well, leave that magnet on there if you want. That one they just keep
Just grab it because
closed.
it was close to me.
There's one on the.
Yeah, just there, buddy.
You can have that one. It seems to be a nice one to.
I like that one for the door. Door hinge.
If you want to put that at the top, that'd be great. We've got our distance at the bottom. I want to pry that out some. Where's that screwdriver?
Coming at you.
There's a screwdriver right here somewhere. I want to make sure that it's out. There. Nice. Gap looks pretty good, don't it, Doug?
Yeah, that one does look pretty good.
That doesn't look very good on top now. I took that off, didn't I?
Go over there.
Okay, bring it out some. Bring it out some. That's in there. Bring the top of the door out some for some reason. Nope, that didn't do any good, did it?
No, you moved it.
I want to take that one here, put it here. Took that out some, did it?
Yeah, this is towed out for it's quite an edge there now. Knocked it way off.
What?
That knocks it way off.
Maybe that's better. That's better. Does a lot better for me. How's the gap gotta come back quite a ways?
Not bad, man. At all. Looks better than this one. It's tighter.
This one has these. All right. If you want to turn on the just out there a little bit on this. I'm gonna pull this out just a bit. I can obviously have a little, I'd rather have the filler on that than the door.
Yeah, sure.
Alrighty.
Thanks.
You happy with that, Doug?
I'm happy with that. You happy?
Yep. Let's get them tacked. How many tacks are going on these? 2 or 3?
3 on the outside. There.
So I'll just put 3 in it for now. Now I'll have to go along there and cut the hinge off the inside. You know, the hinge on the inside has got a little bit more than necessary. I probably could have brought it out just a hair more, probably. But it is what it is right now. It's just tacked on there, so if I do not like something, you know what I do. I take it off and I repair it. I fix it.
Looks good.
Thanks, Doug.
Yeah.
Thanks, Doug. Well, you're a part of it, so you have to take credit yourself. Let's take this off. Take this off. I don't want to open the door right now. Come on now. Okay, so we're...
It's got a piece of metal under there. It's rubbing off.
Yeah. Let's leave that one on there. There for now, just to see what it looks like. Don't want to take away from the eye of the visual, if you know what I'm trying to tell you. So, we have our 2 doors planted on there. Let's push it outside and see what it looks like. That's what I'm excited about. So the doors are on there. One door opens this way, one door opens that way. I don't think it was not necessary to have 4 doors on it. We're close at the bottom, yes we are. We're close at the top too. I mean, let's face it. We have an 1/8 at the bottom, which I think is fine. All right, let's push it out. Let's push it out. I'm just gonna pull on it.
Hold on a second. See what the block under the wheel here. You want to take that down?
That was a little confusing doing the door there, but I think we're fine with the hinges. They look fine. I'm just looking them over now. They're both at the same distance. They're not out too far.
They look good.
Doug said they look good. It's over. Let's push it out.
I didn't think they were going to look that good, so.
You're going to watch your side, Douglas, and I'm going to watch my side. How's your side? Look at that now. How easy this thing rolls.
Yeah.
Pretty straight out, I guess.
Do you want to keep going?
I do. I want to see this bad boy. I'm gonna maybe have to come back there with you. Just a sec, Doug. I want to see it.
See it is believe it. There she be.
First time out in the sunlight. In the distance, I got the cutout side here.
Well, that looks badass to me.
That front wheel has to be dealt with, obviously. It's quite something, eh? What am I thinking? I like the doors on it. Doors look good. Doors got a good gap all the way around. Awesome. I don't like the front wheel stuck way in like that, but there's nothing I can do about that right now. I want to stick a wheel and make it come out further. So what's going to be a big issue is trying to get, we need a wheel. We need a wheel that's out there like that, definitely. But that's basically where we're at. It makes me laugh. It does. What do you think, sweetheart?
So Jolene approved?
Jolene approved? It's quite long too, actually, when you get looking at it, you know, like, it's quite long. Toolboxes are the size of the wheels, somewhat. It's lower, it's shorter than I am. I'm a 5 and 9er, and we're probably 9 inches taller than that is. So basically, there's what she looks like, all in a handbag. Got to get that front wheel pulled out like that. That's what she looks like. So we've got one side that looks good, and this would be the cutaway side as you looked at it, what it's made out of and what it looks like. Maybe we'll do that. We'll just do one side, sweetheart. Have a cutaway. Joey's looking at me, nope. But that's basically what it looks like from this side with the engine in it, where it's going. We are not going to wrap any more metal around anything until that is running. It's got to come back out. Transmission needs to be cleaned, engine needs to be cleaned and painted. We need to run the power steering lines to a ram to do the steering bracket. We need to do that. We need to put a floor in it yet. We need to do a bunch of things to it before we close it in, and the last thing we'll go on is to put the sheet metal on that side to finish it. But you can see where we're going.
It's perfect visual, man.
Perfect visual, Doug says. Perfect visual. I'm going to sit back here on the old trailer.
She looks pretty sharp too.
Yeah. The doors, when you know something, you get inside in a little tiny area, and you get fitting them doors on. You look at them, you hem and you haw and you hem and you haw, but the doors look excellent on there. The gap looks excellent on them. Looks excellent. That front wheel needs to come out. I need to get that front wheel out. It's traveling a nice height, I think. That back end is not going to come down whatsoever when you put a trailer in the back of that. You have to remember that was a camper. That thing was a lot heavier than it is now, and the back of that's not going to come down whatsoever. Should push Jolene's car out behind it and put it on a trailer and see what it looks like. But it is quite. You know, from nothing, from out there in the back, in the trees and the bushes, an old motorhome frame chassis. How many days we get into it? Not sure how many days we get into it, but it's going pretty good. It looks good and straight along the top. It's not all buttoned down at the top, but the sheet metal, it looks straight going along the back. The back looks good on it. The front looks good on it. I like the headlight on it. It kind of gives it that Doodlebug look, I guess. Yeah, it's quite something else, actually. The bumper looks good on it. Gonna run a bumper all the way around the back to match the front. The front's got the bumper coming out. Where we put the 3/4 inch square stock all around the wheel well, down along the bottom around the wheel well. Now we got to finish it all the way around the back. Just haven't got any. Just haven't got any. So we got a wireless gas pedal sent to us from a man in Texas, and when we get that out, we'll say his name and throw a shout out to him. But he mailed us a drive-by wire gas pedal for the LS engine. We have to get the steering done. We have to go get a ram. So there's so many times that you cannot work on something unless you have the material. So we have to go get a ram for the steering. We have to get some power steering lines made up for the steering box that we're going to be using. We have to get some more square stock for the bumper. We need some 3/4 inch square stock to make the bumper in the back. We need to make a dash in it yet. There's quite a bit left to do, but if you don't know it or not, the amount of welding that's going on when the camera's down is quite something else. There's a lot of welding that's going on to make what we're making there. With the windows out of it, I think with the windows in it would make quite a difference too, eh? If you put something in the windows, like even a piece of cardboard to separate it. But there she is, there she is. That was the dream I had in my head that I wanted to make. I don't know, what can I say? I just looked at the toy or the pictures on the internet and then we made it. I did not continuously try to make it exactly the same because it's not exactly the same. I can pick out a bunch of stuff that is not exactly the same, and probably you can too, but it's basically there. The ultimate tow machine for Jolene's Bugatti. It's Friday. I hope you're having a great Friday. I hope you get out and work on your project. And if you do not work on it, it will not go forward. Good decisions make good project, and bad decisions make bad project. And I've done both on this. And what I do is I just reflect, go backwards, and fix it. Just like the hinges that I cut twice. I cut the wrong side of the hinge, good thing I had more, and went back and cut some more and fixed it. I made that mistake, realized it, fixed it, back at it. Well, there she is. I think we're just going to let her set outdoors today, baby, so I can just take a look at it and visualize what's going on. The brakes are all run on it. I think we got the master cylinder this morning, so we'll put the master cylinder on. We can get the brakes working and tillevating and doing all that sort of stuff. Going to figure out what I'm going to need for the floor in the front, whether I'm going to go wood, metal, what I'm going to do. I'm thinking we're just going to probably put some wood inside of it. I think that would look good. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming back. I appreciate it. Just turn around for a second, Jolene, if you don't mind. Right behind us, we have a cornfield. And we tell no secrets here because there's too many ears. Have a good day, everybody. Like, subscribe, come back, and do not tell secrets in the cornfield. Too many ears.